I'm Dan Patton at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. This is Screen Magazine. Mr. West, can I ask you a question real quick?
Sure,
I'm with Screen Magazine in Chicago.
Well, the thing is, though, one is, first we got to convince our fellow citizens that we've got to have enough empathy to look at the world through the lens of those who are suffering. I killed him. I am the Son of God.
Kamala Harris, what has she got going for her as far as her media personality and messaging are concerned? What are her greatest challenges?
Media and messaging, she can put a sentence together completely and make total sense when she says it. So that's super important to be able to do.
We're here in Chicago, presidential convention. Tell me, Cubs or Sox, and why?
Come on, North Side. Go Cub, go Cub, go Cubs. You know it is.
Well, I mean, young people have to be addressed somewhat differently than others just because of their concerns. You have to talk to people in terms of their own self-interest.
It's just instead of a product, you're marketing a person, you're marketing a vision, and you're marketing ideas. It's just slightly different. You just gotta really make it, you gotta make it real for people. You gotta tell story. I mean, it's all a storytelling. It's the same thing as marketing. You're telling stories.
You know, and as one Catholic boy to another one, at what point did the priests kind of start overstepping the boundaries? You're not really supposed to legislate from the pulpit.
You know, I'd say like 2,000 years ago.
Oh, okay. They've always been doing that.
And the main message that we're trying to get to them is that they're not going to go to hell if they vote for a Democrat. And I mean, you laugh, but that's basically the message.
No, my parents have accepted that. They're you know.
Yes.
Your name and where you're from.
I'm Jo Ellenbeck. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
And welcome to Chicago. I hope you like it.
Thank you. I love Chicago.
Oh, that's awesome. I love Alabama, so we're even. Once in the airport, it was fine. Kamala's got to do it now too. What message should she send down there?
Yeah, so I think a message that she should send is like basically to just have conversations, especially with somebody that you may not agree with, because you might learn something new. You might get a different perspective on an issue that you've never like really thought about.
I'm gonna vote for Maxine Waters for president. I think the last question could be a very controversial one for you.
Yeah.
What does Chicago, Illinois have that California does not? You're here visiting. You look around. What makes you say, I wish I lived in Chicago?
Well, let me tell you this. Whenever I'm in another state, I would like to be, gracious enough to talk about the fine points of that city, of that state. I don't want to disparage them at all, but California is the best. We have the best cities.
Cut the interview, we're done. Okay. Tell me your name, where you're from, and what you do.
Hi, my name is Sherman Dilla Thomas. I'm a Chicago historian and a content creator, and I'm from right here in Chicago, Illinois.
Fantastic, a content creator. Okay, that's the avenue we want to talk about. What's the best, most effective way to send a message politically in a campaign?
Well, I think being succinct and telling the human aspect of that messaging, and then certainly being very clever. Like you, without any political affiliation whatsoever, I do think that the Republicans are way better at their messaging, even when what's behind the messaging may not be so good or true for all Americans, right? I often say that if Democrats said, they came up with the idea to give $100 to everybody who went to City Hall, by the time they put the message out, it would read like it cost you $100 to go to City Hall.
This is Dan Patton at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. Day number 4. That's a wrap. We'll catch you next time.